Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another podcast. Welcome to the podcast. I never know why I say it like that, but I can't
say it every
stop.
time, and you said it last week, even when I wasn't here.
I know, I just can't stop myself.
And I was thinking about it on the way whilst I was getting changed at home, and I said we're going to do the podcast. Hello, everybody, welcome to another podcast.
Yeah. So Hayley's back.
I'm back.
She's feeling better this week.
I am.
But like I said last week, she may dip in and out depending on what situation she's in and how she's feeling and blah 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 blah.
The burnout was coming.
Yeah,
it didn't come.
No,
we fixed it.
You fixed it, which actually is part of our topic, really, that we were talking about last time you were here, and what we're continuing to talk about today. So, roll the intro.
Hello and welcome to Confetti Conversations,
the podcast where me and my sister talk all things weddings, wedding planning and married life. So we are back for self-care part 2.
Yeah.
I think for starters, it's really important talking about how you felt.
Yeah.
And sort of obviously for yourself, things are slightly different than like if you're just getting married.
Yeah.
And not having a baby at the same time.
Yep.
Then you may have felt differently. You may not have felt like you were burning out quite so much.
Yes.
But it's a very real feeling, and it happens when you're working, when you're trying to stay healthy, fit, like do your normal life stuff. It does come, it does happen.
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah.
There was 3 things really. There was wedding prep.
Yeah.
Work stress.
And
it's not even, work isn't more stressful. There's just stuff I needed to figure out ready for baby.
Yeah.
And there were the 3 things that I couldn't compartmentalize to be able to figure out how it's all going to work in my brain. I've had, I think it was last Sunday. A Sunday. And I cried in the morning with you at the yard.
Yeah.
I was overstimulated, overwhelmed at lunchtime when we went out for lunch with our friends. And
yeah.
I felt okay when I was there, but afterwards...
Well, you recognised that you needed to go and do something.
Yeah.
And so you went and swam.
Yes.
So you went to the gym, you swam, and then you came to that, because I think you would have struggled. Oh, hi, Cooper.
Hello, make an entrance.
Yeah, I think that was really sort of forward thinking of you to be like, I'm recognising that I'm struggling.
Yeah.
I need to fix this.
I just needed to be a bit selfish for a week, because we went through the week before, didn't we? And I didn't get home before 8:00.
Yeah.
Any night, and we go out early in the morning as well, because I go to work.
Yeah.
We get up to the yard around 6:30, 7.
Sorry about the panting dog, everybody, but
it's very hot this week.
He's happy. No, not in the microphone, please. Just said microwave. People don't pant in the microwave. A microphone, for God's sake. I think I'm burnt out this week.
I think it's Phil's turn.
No, don't bite the... Stop it.
He says, I want to talk to my people.
Don't give me those eyes. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, I just needed to be a bit selfish. I'd not got in before 8 any day that week before.
Yeah.
And then we would, like we do, me and Phil on a Sunday, plan our week, plan when we're going to podcast, plan what we're going to do with the horse.
Yeah.
And by the time we'd already got booked in to go for a walk with one of our friends. And by the time we started talking about it, I was like, I don't have any time for myself again.
Yeah.
And I won't be getting in before 8:00, and I couldn't get my head round it. So Phil was like, right, just say no. You have to say no. We'll go on the walk still. We were going to podcast as well, and Phil said no, I'll do it with Sam, and I listened to it, and it's very good.
Did you listen to it?
Yeah.
The only problem is Sam's really quiet.
Yeah.
And I think I need to change the editing I need to find an editing software for the sound.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it just sounds funny, and I think it's because it goes through my iPad to my laptop, back to my iPad to be uploaded.
So you need something you can do it all on one go.
Yeah, but I don't know what that is, and I don't think. Sorry, guys. So this sound on this one, Sam's just got home. The sound on this one might not be up to scratch yet, because I don't have time this week
to figure
it out, because we're going on Hayley's hen do, but more about that later. But I promise I will figure out the sound and make it better.
Yeah.
But we don't have a team. We don't have people. We're doing
have a
this
Phil.
just out of
Fun.
Yeah, for fun, and for the 5 of you that listen, we really, really appreciate it. So thank you. Anyway, yeah. So you just decided that you needed to spend the week doing
and in
nothing.
the end, I actually got a cold, so I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go and see my friend who's got a little baby.
Yeah.
We went for a walk, but I stayed away from them so they didn't get ill. I didn't go to the gym because I couldn't breathe. I was coughing and spluttering all over the shop. So just backing off and having nothing planned was great.
Yeah.
And I feel so much better this week. I feel prepared for the hen do now because that's the end of this week, and I'm so excited about.
I'm glad you feel prepared.
Yeah, but that's how I felt in the lead up to yours.
It's just like second guessing yourself constantly. Like, have I booked the right dates? Have I booked the right things? Have I booked for enough people?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, at this point, it is what it is. If I have to pay extra because I've forgotten something, I have to pay extra because I've forgotten something.
But from my point of view, like, it's very generous. No one had to pay for me, but I have obviously paid nothing. So if there is that, I will pay. Like,
no, I don't think I have. This weekend, I was driving up to see my friends in Preston, and we were talking about your hen do, and I said, "Oh, I'm just going to double check the booking," and the only email I could find had the wrong dates on it. It was Saturday to Monday, and I was like, fuck. Excuse my language.
That's the only appropriate word.
I was like terrified. My friend was like thinking, okay, now I've got 2 hours in the car with her, and she's going to be freaking out the whole time.
Yeah.
She was like, call them. I said they're not open until Monday. Like, all of these things were just running through my head, and I was panicking, and I couldn't find my email chain with them. I could only find my initial inquiry.
I hate that.
And then because I clearly had inquired, gone about, done other things, and then re-inquired on a new email chain.
And you couldn't find it.
And I couldn't find it. And then I found it, and then the booking dates were the right ones.
Oh,
and then
bless you.
Called to give my bank details for the security deposit on Monday, and I was like, just to confirm, we're definitely coming on Friday. And she was like, yes, you are coming on Friday. I was like, thank you. I had a panic this weekend. I'd booked the wrong dates.
But I keep having stress dreams.
Oh, I haven't had any stress dreams, luckily. But I found, like, planning my own wedding, we're now talking a bit about hen do's and stuff, but it's fine. We'll do a proper hen do chat once Hayley's had her hen do, and then we can sort of talk about how because we both have planned each other's and how we sort of felt about it and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But, what was I saying?
You're planning your own wedding?
Yeah, I found planning my own wedding less stressful than planning your hen do.
I found planning your hen do less stressful than planning my wedding. However, I think if my wedding date hadn't changed, I don't know that I'd be finding it that stressful.
Honestly, the reason it's stressful is because you're dealing with other people's money, and you're trying to make it good for somebody else. My wedding, if all of it was for me and Sam, obviously.
I was going to say, you forgot someone.
But like the whole day, everything about it, if you didn't like it, I don't care.
Yeah, and that's how I feel about mine.
Because it's my wedding.
Yeah.
But your hen do, if you don't like it, well, that's a problem.
Yeah. I feel like you have to be a very spiteful, mean bitch to not enjoy something that someone else has planned for you, though.
No, I agree. I do agree. And I think, like, even if it maybe isn't 100% what you thought you were going to have, you're still celebrating.
Yeah, but a year ago, what I thought I was going to have would be involving a hell of a lot of drink.
Do you know, actually, I think it's better. I think it's better now that it's not centered around alcohol.
I'm so excited.
Because
I don't even
there's
care
just
what
more
it is,
scope.
Because I know I'm seeing all my friends in one weekend. And I know some people can't come for multiple reasons. But the majority of my friends, my close friends, are there.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited.
It's
And now I've got my clothes sorted because I was getting a bit stressed about that, wasn't I?
That. That's on my list to do tonight. But
I think because you did it so far in advance, and I really enjoyed doing it with you when you were getting all your bridal clothes.
Yeah.
And I started last year.
Yeah.
And I got loads of stuff. And then when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, well, I can't buy stuff because I don't know what's going to fit. And I don't, especially as it's my first pregnancy. I know it's different for every pregnancy anyway, but I don't know how it's going to look or what shape I'm going to be. Today, we have a bump.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I might not.
Yeah.
Because that's how I am at the moment at this point.
Yeah.
But my clothes that I've all bought are bump friendly.
Yeah.
There was one dress that was stressing me out.
But it was like you really wanted to wear it.
It's just because it's like my wedding dress. I really wanted. I've had it since Christmas. I really wanted to wear it. But Mom and Phil figured it out and it's sorted.
Yeah.
But like stuff like that, I didn't enjoy in the last few months.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't go on because I love health and fitness as much as I don't look like it now. I do. I would have been on like a health and fitness journey.
Yeah.
But I had to figure out what that was as pregnant, and that was quite hard. And
the
exhaustion and not being able to train how I used to train.
Yeah.
That was really hard to get my head around, that I wasn't doing that ready for my hen doing my wedding.
Yeah. Yeah.
About a month ago, I finally let that go.
Yeah.
And could enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I've done all the skin stuff that I would do. Enjoy having my hair done, having my nails done, having a spray tan. Like, all of that has come instead.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas that's what I found stressful.
Yeah.
Not being able to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rather than enjoying the stuff I can do, which is so silly.
Yeah.
Like the drinking.
Yeah.
I don't get that drunk anyway. Like, I'm not a big drinker.
No, you're not. No.
So it really is hitting neither here nor there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just excited now.
I know. I did a lot last night. I got everything that I wanted to get done last night done.
That's good.
So it's just like the finishing bits, packing my own stuff.
Yeah.
Printing off all the like booking confirmations and stuff, and like little things. I've got a really small list of things that need to get done now. But then it's like prep for me. So now it's time for me to get prepped.
Yeah.
So, you know, the fake tan. I had my nails done yesterday for the first time in a very long time.
They look so good.
They are long. I'm not used to them. I think I was planning on having these until we go away, which is in like 2.5 weeks we go away. And I don't know that with 2.5 weeks worth of growth, whether I can keep them on. No. I'm going to see how they are after a week and see how much they've grown. Yeah. And I'll keep checking her appointments to see what she's got. But yeah, I'm just not used to it. And they're very square, very bright.
It's so funny though, because ours are so different from the same person.
It's what I asked for. I said square, and next time I'll say round.
Yeah, I love mine.
Yeah, I don't like round, and I don't like square. I like squoval. But getting that from someone is hard when you don't know them. Like, it's my first time going to her. Yeah. So next time I'll be like, I like rounder than this, but not round. Yeah. Is what I want.
Love it.
But these are like perfect. You know, I love them. I'm very pleased with them. She did exactly what I asked. So
yeah, I love it.
Like I'm not upset with them at all. And to have long nails back is a dream.
They do look so much better.
Yeah, but they feel like I've got acrylics on.
Like scratching around like this. Like I don't know what to do with my hands.
Literally, I feel like my hands are so heavy. I'm like that. Because I'm not used to it. Because I used to have my nails done all the time. And like my nails actually probably were about this long when I got married. Yeah. But just slightly rounder. So they didn't feel quite so long. But I'm just not used to it because I haven't had them for such a long time. No. They just don't feel like my nails, but they are. Yeah, I do love them. She's very talented. So that's that ticked off. Nails are done. I did my eyebrows, like waxed them the other day, and then I just need to tint them.
Mm-hmm. We're not talking about waxing.
Oh, poor Hayley. I don't know if anybody else has ever had this. I've had it multiple times from multiple different beauticians. I think we're quite sensitive. And it's not, I don't blame the beautician at all. No. They like burn your skin, and basically I think what it is that they take a layer off your skin, and it's supposedly whether you use things like retinol. You're not supposed to use retinol because retinol, that sounds really funny. Is it retinol? Retinol. Yeah. If you use retinol, which I do, but I don't have my eyebrows waxed anymore because it was such a problem that can cause it to happen because that like takes layers off your skin. Yeah. Hormones, all sorts of things. So it's not the beautician's fault.
No, because the one eyebrow was absolutely fine. Yeah. There was nothing.
It's clearing up really well though.
This one was really red and sore. But then also because it was sunny on Friday and I kept my sunglasses on. Yeah. But that obviously affects how you heal from stuff. And by the end of the day, my eyebrow was like swollen.
Yeah, it was swollen.
And then it's healed. It has healed fine. It looks a bit red now because I rubbed my like like that in the car,
It
and
just
then I
needs
looked
a bit
and
of
was like,
moisturiser on it, and it'll be absolutely fine.
yeah.
So that's good to know that.
Yeah, I have to get my eyebrows done a week before the wedding.
Yeah,
because this could easily happen. It's not like, again,
it happens to my armpits the week before the wedding.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah, and it was fine. It just, I had some like darker spots on my armpits, but I mean, it really wasn't the end of the world. And if I
No.
was bothered by it, I could have asked the photographer to edit it out, but you can't see it.
No, I was gonna say.
But yeah, because my armpits burn, my eyebrows burn.
This is the thing.
I've
What you
burnt
said
my
about
top
last
lip
week, isn't it?
before.
You've done that badly.
When I was supposed to do a show with no makeup on, and I had to wear makeup because I had like 2 massive red patches on my top lip.
Yeah, this is what we said before, that you have to know how these things work for you.
Yeah.
Like, don't dive in and have everything waxed the week before your wedding
If you've
not had a wax before.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how you'll react.
And sometimes I can get like I use hair removal cream now on my eyebrows because I just can't wax them.
You're too sensitive.
And even sometimes hair removal cream burns me, but I've got a new one that's facial hair removal cream,
better.
and it is actually really good. It's just from Sainsbury's. It was quite cheap, but it comes with a cream that you put on afterwards.
Oh, that's good.
Which like soothes it all down. So my eyebrows, I did them on Friday, I believe,
they look good.
but I didn't tint them.
Yeah.
So I might, if I need to, I'll pluck a few hairs out and then I'll just tint them ready for your hen do. But I've been really hot on my skincare.
Yeah, same. And it's just, do you know what? It's really enjoyable being good at it.
Yeah.
Because you get the benefit.
Well, yeah, last night was the first night in about 2 weeks that I've not done my skincare. I hadn't got any makeup on or anything, so it wasn't a problem.
No.
But it was just so hot, and I'd been upstairs in our smallest room doing all the bits for your hen do. So I was just like, I just can't bear it.
No.
Like, and you just like, I've had the window wide open. I've had my feet on the dog's cooling mat.
Yeah.
Like I just couldn't bear it. And I use a retinol, which is quite thick at night time, because I have like dark spots and I'm very freckly, which I love my freckles, but in turn it means that I've got quite pigmentation on my face, and that probably is from sun exposure as well.
Yeah.
And I've got like patches on my nose where I've been burnt in the past, and like I've got like a white patch on my nose which doesn't tan.
No.
I don't let my face tan anymore. I put factor 50 on, and I have a hat on. My face is in, sorry, I just smacked the mic. My face is in the shade. I don't tan my face at all because I don't want to speed up the aging process. But actually, interestingly enough, I have noticed that my neck is getting a little bit, what's the word? Wrinkly.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm starting, and my chest.
I've always done my moisturiser down to my chest.
Yeah, I don't do my chest. I do my neck with like sun cream and moisturiser.
Yeah.
I don't do my chest, but I feel like I will now.
Well, I'm quite good. I'm quite hot on moisturiser anyway. I know, like we were talking about it with Mom.
Oh, I don't moisturise enough. I've had this I bought this moisturiser, which is like a firming one, months ago, and I haven't used it yet.
Yeah, no, Mom's even worse, isn't she? But I because I swim as well. For the last 4 months, I've been swimming. I'm really hot on it anyway, but I hate it in the winter. I can't stand dry skin.
Yeah,
it makes me itchy because I won't stop scratching until I almost bleed.
Yeah,
so I am quite good at moisturising all year round.
Yeah.
So I think even that, and then now as well, I've got my stretch mark one.
Yeah, I like you've got the stretch mark, the Palmer's one.
Yeah,
I've got the Palmer's like skin tightening one.
Yeah.
I just love Palmer's. Anything from them I just love, like, just so good. But yeah, I need to use it really, but I've not been looking after myself in the sense of like diet at all. God, I've eaten
I've eaten awfully, and I feel it.
I feel rubbish.
And I feel bad. No, remember, I think we talked about it last time we talked about this, didn't we? I am much better than then. So that's like 2-3 weeks ago. But I'm not, when I'm hungry, I'm eating like multiple of the same thing rather than like filling myself with protein.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm just constantly starving. I can't get enough food, and I don't crave anything but rubbish. And I'm really struggling with it. So I've kind of I feel the word I would describe is like, I feel just a bit podgy. Like, I've felt better, and you know, it is what it is. I still look fine, not to myself, but in clothes I look fine.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm really conscious of it, and I don't want this to be like a spiral of me now not caring.
Yeah.
Like today, for example, we're making a fake Chinese, and like everything in me wants a whole packet of rice, but I'm not going to. I'm going to have half because I know that's all I need.
Yeah.
But it's really hard when you're not in the right mindset, and I'm busy. I've got loads of amazing things on. I'm barely at home for the next month.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so difficult to do a food shop because I don't want all the food to go off. Like,
Yeah.
I need to find a system that works for me when I'm super busy.
Ours is HelloFresh.
Yeah.
It works a treat. And like even tonight, Ellis is working, I think it's like 1 till 11 or something, like 1 p.m. till 11 p.m. So he's not home for tea, but whatever I cook when I get in, I'll have my portion.
Yeah.
Then he'll have his for lunch tomorrow before he goes to work.
Yeah.
So that works fine.
Yeah.
These are the weeks where it's a bit harder, but
yeah,
it's definitely, excuse me, that's rude. It's definitely easier for us.
Yeah.
That just works, but I know you've always said you struggle with like, the options.
Find, sounds really fussy. I find that when I'm not here, what it is I've not planned, I've not prepared, I've not been, since I've went filming, I've just let it all sort of fall to the wayside. And from then on, really, this last 2-3 weeks, I've been horrendous. I've exercised, I'm training for my half marathon, so I've got the exercise in the bag, but I've just not, I'm not eating well, and it really is affected, really bothering me at the minute. So I'm gonna have to suck it up and just, the days that I'm at home, next week I'm only at home for 2 days, and then I'm back out away again.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna have to. Luckily, I'm away with Lara, who's she was my personal trainer. So I'm hoping that a bit of her
that environment, though,
motivation will rub off on me, and then
we'll eat nicely.
Yeah, and then we go on holiday, which I don't know how I'll eat. I can't tell you. I'll either be good or I'll be horrendous. I could even be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
But luckily, we've got a month from when we get back from holiday for your wedding that I can make some changes and I just want to feel better. I just feel lethargic.
I think when we talk about a holiday, though, give yourself a bit of grace. When we used to do it, and we always did it with Mom, and we've had in the past a bad culture around food in our family.
Yeah.
We're so much better now, but we're only going for 5 days.
Yeah, true.
When we've gone before, we've gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah, true.
Which is a very different thing. So don't beat yourself up about holiday, because it's only 5 days.
I want to feel better. It's a personal thing. If I can, I know I'm going away this weekend, but that doesn't mean that tomorrow needs to be bad or Thursday needs to be bad. None of it needs to be bad.
Yeah, I thought about Thursday. I was like, I'm off Thursday. So we've already said we're going to go for breakfast on Friday.
Yeah.
I was like, me and Ellis are off. So maybe we'll go for brunch. I'm like, no, we went on date night at the weekend. That was lovely.
Yeah.
We don't need to go out and spend more money on more food. We just behave.
Yeah, no, I know. It's frustrating when you want so badly to be good, but it's really difficult to do so. I know that I want to be good. I went into Sainsbury's to get a fake Chinese, and I was looking at all the actual takeaway things that you can buy, and I was like, no, because those A, the calories are through the roof.
Yeah.
And B, they're really expensive. So, initially we were talking about getting a Chinese from the takeaway. So we batted that one down because it's just so expensive. And then I was like, no, I can make this better. I can do this in a better way. So it's just about, changing your mindset. But for some reason, my mindset is not playing ball at the minute.
No.
Anyway, we're not actually not talking about that today. We are talking about skincare and makeup.
Yeah.
Skincare.
Yeah.
We've to be fair, that we can sort of go through this fairly briefly now, can't we? Because skincare, like we've said previously, you don't want to be using anything new on the run up to the wedding. You want to be looking at the things that work for you. You want to have thought about this a few months out, really, and be trying to get
It's called a skincare routine.
Yeah, and also a lot of them, the ingredients don't work unless they're used a lot. they have repeated use is what makes them work.
Yeah.
So you do need to use them for extended periods of time to see the benefits from them. So you do need to make sure that you're looking at like 3-4 months before you're really getting your skincare nailed.
And being consistent
with it. Yeah. It doesn't work if you do it once a week.
No.
It just simply doesn't work if you do it once a week. You have to do it every day.
Yeah.
And skincare doesn't have to be expensive.
Mine's not.
Have to. No, mine's not. But you have to look at the ingredients and the percentages. So, for example, hyaluronic acid, you're wanting like a decent percentage of hyaluronic acid.
2% or something?
Yeah, 2% is what you're wanting. So you're just wanting to make sure that you're getting the best quality stuff.
Yeah.
And even if it doesn't have to be expensive, it just has to have good ingredients in it. And also, if you're getting things like a retinol, you want your retinol retinol doesn't mix with certain things.
Yeah.
And just know your skin type. And if you're unsure, you can always go to places like the Body Shop, I think Clarins, Clinique, and they'll sort of loads of different places, and they'll run through skincare with you and what to use. And all that kind of stuff. And I don't think they charge for things like that, those appointments.
No, but
if they do, you maybe have to buy some products or something like that.
I've had a range of skincares in the past. I've had Clinique.
Yeah.
I've had the Clinique cleanser toner and the moisturizer, the 1, 2, 3 steps.
Yeah.
And I love them. My first ever skincare was Benefit.
Yeah.
Cleanser, toner, moisturizer.
Oh yeah.
And I will always sing skincare's praises. Actually, I'm quite good. I'm going to pat myself on the back for that. I've done skincare consistently since I left sixth form. Yeah. I've had my Benefit cleanser toner when I was at uni.
Yeah.
Then towards the end of uni, I switched to Clinique. And then over the years, I've just kind of switched and changed to stuff that suited me at different times.
Yeah.
So I have been consistent with skincare for...
Yeah. I haven't.
15 years?
Yeah, I really haven't. At uni, I used wet wipes and like
very different uni
wet wipes, like babies' wet wipes, not makeup removers.
Ones, yeah.
And I used an Olay, like, I don't know, anti-aging cream. Like, that's it. That's literally all I used. And then I think I discovered micellar water.
I would have done that after Clinique, I think.
Yeah. And then in lockdown, I started doing the Body Shop at home and like selling Body Shop products. So then you get like a massive starter kit so that you can like film things and take promo shots and stuff like that. And I had this massive range of the Body Shop skincare.
It was good.
And it was amazing. It was so good. And I loved all of it. And I would happily stick with the Body Shop. I just haven't sort of got myself back into that routine.
Yeah.
And I'm quite happy, to be honest with you, with the skincare I have at the minute. And I'm quite lucky. I do have very oily skin, so I am quite prone to spots, but never horrendously. Like I'll have like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And I do have quite textured skin, but I just kind of figure it out. I think so long as I've got like a vitamin C cream, I like gel creams, not creams.
Yeah.
Except for at night, I like a cream.
Yeah.
But I'd happily have either, or a water cream.
Yeah.
And for the wedding, I had a mix of the Body Shop and the Inky List and the Ordinary, and loved all of it.
I have a Garnier Rose cleanser and toner that I've used for years now.
Yeah.
I have any hyaluronic acid as long as it's a decent percentage. Sometimes, I don't think do I mean retinol? There's something else I mean. Maybe I do mean retinol.
No, you can't use retinol in the day.
Maybe I don't mean retinol. I have a vitamin C serum sometimes. Hyaluronic acid. What's another serum? Niacinamide, that's what I have, not retinol. I've never used retinol. That's a big fat lie. Niacinamide. That's what I used to use when I was spotty.
Yeah, I needed niacinamide for my spotty days, and then hyaluronic acid for my non-spotty days.
Since I've been pregnant, I haven't used niacinamide. I just haven't needed it.
No.
And then I have a caffeine eye cream.
Oh, I need a caffeine. I've had a vitamin C eye cream, and it just doesn't hit like a
yeah.
caffeine eye
And again,
cream.
like you said, we bought that caffeine eye cream a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it's taken a few weeks for me to really see the benefit. And then I use, this is my most, all of that stuff is just supermarket, B&M, like as long as I get the right ingredients. But then I do use Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream.
Yeah. See,
which
I
love.
Yeah, I do have Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, but I don't use it a lot. Like, I'd use it if I want, you know, my makeup to last all day.
Yeah.
But then I have my, what is it? The one that smells like Turkish Delight. That little pot that everybody had. I bought it for my wedding.
Don't know.
Oh, I can't remember. It's a primer, but it's really good. I'll take it on the hen do. I need to plan what my makeup's going to be like for the hen do.
Oh, when we talk about makeup, I'm excited.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't need to talk you through my skincare routine, but I have very different for morning and different for night.
Yeah.
I love an exfoliant. I'll always use a glycolic acid toner because I love an exfoliant, and I know that you don't need to use it every day, but for me, because I have such oily skin, I always use it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it all depends on yourself and what works for you.
Do you know what I did have is that Cordially Beauty Elixir. I got it for Christmas. I asked for it because I wanted to try the mist like spray thing.
Right.
And I thought, I think it's just a bit of a gimmick off like TikTok. I've seen it. But actually, I really liked it. And I don't know what it is in it. I don't even know what stage of skincare you're meant to use it. I just used it randomly. I bloody loved it. But it's like £36, this bottle of spray.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing it.
No. I do like a mist spray after I've done my skincare. I've always just liked that. But I don't have one.
That is.
Yeah, I don't have one. But like, I think keep it simple. There's no need to do a million steps. Personally, I would do a cleanser and a toner. Then I'd do a serum, eye cream, moisturiser. Yeah. And that's the same for the day and the night, but I use different things in the day and different things at night. I use an oil at night and I use a hyaluronic acid in the day. And then SPF in the day. Yeah. After that.
The only thing I just thought of... Oh, what I do afterwards is I put my gel eye patches on.
Yeah.
They've made a difference.
Yeah, I do like the gel eye patches. And I do also have like a skin roller, which I don't use very often, but... Some mornings I do wake up really puffy.
Gua sha.
Yeah, and I think I would enjoy it now that I'm feeling all over, just a bit like bloated and not myself. I think I would probably enjoy that actually.
Made me jump coops.
Just to sort of help reduce, like it's good for like lymphatic drainage and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, with skincare, just use what works for you really. Don't overcomplicate it. You don't have to spend a fortune on it. But I would, if you're going to use 3 things, I would personally use a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturiser with SPF if you don't do it separately. But I like just plain old sun cream because I think it is a brilliant primer for makeup. Love it. So, makeup. This is Hayley's forte. We're going to be here forever. Let's do a quick fire your makeup routine then.
Okay. So I'm doing my own makeup for the wedding.
Yeah.
Because I love makeup.
Yeah.
And we went to Charlotte Tilbury and Cheltenham.
Yeah. I did the exact same.
Yeah. To get the bits I didn't know. Because I'm really happy with my foundation. It's not contour, but how I bronze and warm. And my base lasts, doesn't it? It works really well. I use... I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury primer because that was really good. So we tried that. And I wanted to learn how to do my eyeshadow.
Yeah.
So I'm an eyeshadow first girl.
Yeah.
Prime your eyelids just with concealer. It's easy. You don't need a special primer for your eyelids. Do your eyelid makeup. And I wanted glitter. I wanted like nudie, glittery.
Yeah.
And we found the perfect thing, didn't we?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm so excited and I get to use it at the weekend and I can't wait.
Yeah.
I've done one practice run at like 10 o'clock at night once because I just wanted to play with it all.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And then I do my skincare and I'll do that on the wedding day in the morning, let that settle. Before I come to do my actual makeup, I'll put my primer on first and it's got an SPF in. And then do my eyes. So whilst that's like settling in, then I'll come to do my base. So I use the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. mixed opinions in this room. You're not a big fan.
It, no.
But
I
it.
don't like it under makeup. I like it on its own.
Yeah.
I don't like it under makeup.
Yeah.
But then I didn't like my foundation that I had for my wedding. Whereas now, I just don't like full coverage makeup.
No.
So I've toned it down with, I just mix it in with sun cream, and it then becomes more of a tinted moisturiser. And like that to me is way better.
Yeah, it just suits you better, doesn't it? So then I use the Magic foundation, which is less full coverage than the one Phil had. She had the airbrush one.
Yeah.
So then that conceal, eyelids, and I normally put like T-zone and on my chin a little bit. Bronze it up. Then I've got a cream blush. I haven't got a powder blush. Normally I'm a powder blush on top of. But with this one,
I'm just not a blush girl.
No, but I love a blush.
Yeah, I just don't like. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get the bright pink blushes. It's just not something that I'm like.
We're totally opposite in that way.
Yeah.
And I'm a blushaholic. I could easily put far too much blush on and love it.
No, please don't. Not on your wedding day.
Not on my wedding day.
No.
But I do love blush.
Because in my opinion, and this is maybe controversial, heavy blush will go out of fashion.
Yeah.
Like big contour, big eyebrows, like these things. So I think keeping your makeup doesn't have to be
such an art to natural glam.
But like, I think not going OTT on the
it's
blusher, it will be timeless.
Yeah. It's like, I know, and Phil knows as well, that my best lip colour is bright orange.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it's a really bright lip. It's bold. That is the best lip colour for me. It just really suits me, which I'll wear at the weekend.
Yeah.
But for my wedding day, it's not right.
No.
And it's about having that timeless, like, bridal look, I suppose.
I didn't even... Number one, this is, again, maybe controversial, but I don't rate Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. I rate a lot of Charlotte Tilbury products.
They just don't last.
Lipstick just doesn't stay on. I put it on and got in the car and it was gone.
Yeah.
And I gave it to Dad to reapply, and I didn't reapply it once because it's pointless. It just comes straight off. Yeah. I love the colour. I love the lip liner, to be fair.
Yeah.
I love the colour of the lipstick I have. But it just is pointless to me. If I wanted a lipstick that was going to stay, I would use MAC.
Yeah. And I agree. And that's what I've seen in a lot of videos.
It's a shame because the colour range of Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks is stunning.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just, you're spending so much money for a lipstick that stays on for 5 minutes.
Yeah. See, I'm going to try this one because what I've seen everyone say that I've seen so far, which I never used to do, and I don't know that you would have even known it. I don't know. But to lip liner your whole lip.
Yeah.
As a base.
I have done that.
Have you?
Yeah, and I still, personally, maybe it's just me, but I still felt like I was then just left with lip liner.
Fair enough.
But maybe it's just me, and that's
maybe you're like a person.
And that's just my personal opinion on that lipstick. Like I said, I love the colour range, and I really love the lip liner, but I really don't rate the lipstick staying ability. It's beautiful, it looks nice, it feels nice on your lips.
Yeah.
It just doesn't last, and it's such a shame.
Yeah, no,
it's such a shame.
I can't remember what to blush. Oh, I'm gonna put a bit of highlighter on. I do like a bit of highlighter.
I like a bit of highlighter,
especially for like a bit of a glam look.
Yeah.
And a ton of setting spray.
Yeah.
And the lady advised me to do it at different stages, didn't she? Which was helpful.
And also, I find sometimes with setting spray, if you put too much on it, like, it does split your makeup slightly.
So I've read there's two different things. There's setting spray and something else. There's certain ones melt your makeup together.
Yeah.
Other ones stick it down.
Yeah.
So that's why I've got the two different ones, because the one I have, and I love it, it's the studio stuff you get from Superdrug, their own brand.
Yeah.
Their matte setting spray.
Oh, I think I have the sport one of that.
I flipping love it.
Yeah, no, I really like the sport one.
I use it every day, and it's £7. So I don't, because before I wouldn't use setting spray for work because I'm like, oh, it's just work.
Yeah.
Why would you not want your makeup to last at work?
Yeah.
But that melts my makeup together really nicely.
Yeah.
So I can do it in stages, and then I've bought that viral red L'Oreal one that's like hairspray, and it literally, I've got to be careful with it because I put it on the other day for the first time. I never used it, and I put it like close to my hair, and it was like obviously like hairspray.
God, I just use hairspray.
And this is what we talked about, and I think I've never tried this before.
Yeah, no.
And I think it literally is hairspray.
Yeah, but if it's better for your skin, then great.
Yeah.
But I just literally, I'll use my setting spray, and then when I'm done, I'll just hairspray my face,
And it
which
does work.
I know is not ideal, but
Yeah.
I do it. I've done it for years. My skin's still here.
Feels like the kind of like how you kind of can do it, but maybe shouldn't do it, but it works.
Yeah. And I'm not like a big makeup buff. I don't really care that much. Like, I enjoy makeup.
But you put makeup on nicely.
Yeah, like I'm okay. I'm not as good as you, but I just don't really care enough. I think that's
Yeah.
my problem.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'll dash a bit of this on, I'll dash a bit of that on. And like she was saying, the Charlotte Tilbury lady was saying about, because I've got this little pot from Charlotte Tilbury, which is eyeshadow, and it's like a cream eyeshadow, and I love it. And I put that on, and then I put powder on afterwards, like powder around the corners and stuff. And she's like, oh, it doesn't really work with powders. And
It does for you.
It doesn't really stay. And I'm like, I've never had a problem with it.
No, I think it's all about how you put it on. And she was great, and she really taught me a lot, the lady that we went to. But I came out and I was like, yes, she's taught me the products that I want to use, and the eyeshadow was good.
Yeah.
But I can do my makeup better.
But then that's on you, isn't
and that's
it?
why I couldn't have a makeup artist, because I wouldn't want to feel like that about someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
And me thinking, oh, well, I can do that better. Even though it's probably not. It's just different. I know my face.
I think for you would want more coverage, bigger eyes.
Yeah.
Just more. Like that. That's
than
you.
what was done.
Yeah. The only thing is don't do more blush, because you will.
I will go wild.
Yeah. That
when
blush
I get to
was
that point, Phil's going to have to
plenty.
sit next to me and be like, stop.
Yeah, that was plenty. Like, and that was a lot, but that was plenty. For your photos, it'll look lovely.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion on blush. Like, I just don't care for it. I just think it just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. I have like a peachy blush stick, which is perfect for me. Peach is fine. I do use peach blush. I don't get this bright pink blush trend.
I think mine that I've got today is bright pink. But
I just don't get it. I'm obviously, to each their own, and like, everybody use your pinks away. You're not going to stop because of me. Like, I'm honestly,
the whole world's going to stop using peachy blush. No, bright pink blush, because Phil said.
I mean,
Just
part
don't
of
like
me
it.
wishes, but that's never going to happen. But I personally don't like it. I love peach blush and I like blush, but this lots of bright pink, it's just not my taste. But that's just my opinion, and I'm sorry if that's upsetting to people.
Do you know what's just funny though? Because me and Phil both do it. We both have opinions on whatever, but we just sound like our nan and our mum.
Yeah.
Just like calling you Peggy.
I mean, but then Nan used to have like bright pink blush on, and that's that was the style for her
bright
as
blue
well.
eyeshadow.
Yeah, but for me, I'm sorry, it's just not my thing. I just don't.
Me
love
and
it.
Nan have the same blush taste. You and Mom have the same blush taste.
And I'm sure, I'm more of a bronzy than Nan is. But like, and I'm sure there's people that would be like, you can't talk. Look at the state of your makeup. Like, fair. I'm not disagreeing with that. But it's just my opinion. I just don't enjoy it. I don't need to.
So that's Phil's hot take on blush.
It's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Everyone has their own opinions. And you're
more than entitled to it, hun.
No, I know. I just feel like people are very much, they are stands for the pink blush, which is fine.
It's fine.
It's just
She said it's fine, okay?
It's not my thing. Anyway, moving swiftly on. So I did the same thing as you for my makeup. I went to Charlotte Tilbury and I had a makeup thing. And I bought majority of the products, but I didn't buy everything from Charlotte Tilbury because there was some things that I sort of, I spent months researching on TikTok of different, watching so many people do their makeup. Like, the one thing I do think I wish I'd bought again is the Beauty Crop setting spray, because I loved that setting spray.
Did I not I gave you what I had left over, didn't I? Because I didn't like it.
Well, I've used it. I haven't got any.
Unless I thought I need to give this to Phil, I'll check my drawer because I don't like it.
I really like it. I personally think it works for me. I also have their primer, but honestly, my favourite ever primer was Benefit Primer, the Professional.
That still exists.
I know, I love that one, but I don't really use primer anymore. To be honest with you, I can't remember the name of it. I want to call it Bobby. Is it Bobby Brown?
The vitamin base.
Yeah, face base.
Face base.
It's
That's
called.
just so good.
Yeah, I
And
have
it smells
that.
lush.
Yeah, it smells like Turkish delight.
Oh, that's the one you were talking about. Okay.
I have that, and I loved that. That was a TikTok find. But I had the Huda Beauty powder, the loose
hated
powder.
it, didn't you?
It just splits on my face.
Yeah.
It just doesn't suit me. So, and I've tried using a brush. It's just quite chalky.
Yeah.
And for some people, I'm sure it's really nice. It just doesn't suit my skin.
No.
Do I have a Primark loose powder? But to be honest, I don't use loose powder anymore. I used to be. I will for like your wedding and the hen do, just so my makeup, I don't look shiny.
Yeah.
But I used to be like completely matte. Like I wouldn't have any shine apart from the purposefully put highlighter on my face.
Yeah,
that was it. Whereas now I'm like, I don't mind being a bit shiny, but I might get like a pressed powder, like a Rimmel pressed powder or something, because I feel like those suit my skin better. And just like in the T-zone and stuff like that. But I use like, not really bothered about stuff. I do use the Hoola bronzer from Benefit, which I love.
Classic.
And then I've got I wouldn't even know what, I think it could be called Dandelion from...
Yeah, classic.
That's a blusher. Yeah. I think I use that one. And then I use again, Benefit highlighter. Then I've got Charlotte Tilbury, what's it called? Contour.
Yeah.
Which I do really like, but I've been using an old one. So I'll use that for the weekend and for your wedding.
Yeah.
But like I just use old stuff up. Like I don't really mind. But I'm not really bothered about makeup. Like I don't care what brand it is so long as it suits my skin. I find finding a good foundation nigh on impossible.
Well, now, because there was a different Charlotte Tilbury foundation.
Oh, it was the best.
Before this one. And when that got discontinued, what was that? I can't remember what it was called.
I can't remember what it's called, but I loved it.
But I loved that. And then I've moved to this magic one and it's fine. And it's just one of those things.
It's not as good though.
I don't use foundation as much though.
No.
I use a skin tint most of the time for work.
Yeah.
And I love the magic one. It suits me down to the ground. I've had it for quite a long time since the other one got discontinued. But I can't in my head, because I don't use it enough. And if you use foundation every day, I can see why I'd have a cheaper one.
Yeah.
But because I literally use it if I'm going out, that lasts me, so it's fine.
Yeah, I have a serum foundation, which is like a cheap one that I use every day. But that's just, it's probably more like a tinted moisturiser than it is like a foundation.
I've started using
very
that
light.
NYX stuff.
But I'm going to try it on the weekend because I'll be tanned for your wedding. My foundation from Charlotte Tilbury is really light because I wasn't tanned for my wedding.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try mixing that with my serum foundation and sun cream because otherwise it won't go on nicely.
Yeah.
And then like I'm going to try it at the weekend and see what happens.
Yeah, cool.
Because I just don't want it to split. It just splits on my top lip where I'm a sweaty gal and it splits on my top lip and no amount of powder. And the problem with that is nothing I could do would like piece it back together.
No.
Like it just...
Once it's gone, it's gone.
It would like cause... I mean, the colour corrector doesn't do a bad job of it, but it's not good.
The same, yeah.
It's not good. So yeah, I'm going to try... I'm going to do a trial this weekend.
Yeah.
Of my makeup for your wedding, and then if that doesn't work, then I'll just have to figure out another time to try and do it again.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The other option, obviously, we're talking about us doing makeup, is having a makeup artist.
Yeah. But we don't know much about that because neither of us have done it.
I've never had it, yeah.
No. But part of me feels like I would love to have a makeup artist because I would love that like pampering.
Yeah.
But then the other part of me is like, I'm so fussy. Although I don't really care for makeup, I am very fussy about makeup.
Yeah.
And I really don't, like, I'm really fussy about the coverage. I'm fussy about my eyes. I'm fussy about how sharp the contour is.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm very fussy about blusher. So I just think I would struggle with them doing it. I think I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
better off doing it myself.
Same.
But shop around. I'm pretty sure there are like makeup artists on Bride Book and stuff like that.
Yeah. TikTok.
I would get recommendations.
Have a trial.
Definitely have a trial.
Yeah.
But me and my friends, we paid for one of our friends to have her makeup done for her wedding.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, so one of my friends knew a really good makeup artist, and we all paid for her to get hers done on her wedding day. So that was nice, and she had a trial on her hen do.
Yeah, it's a good time to do it.
But she had her hair and her makeup done for her hen do, so she was like, "This is what I'm gonna look like on my wedding day." And her husband to be was like, "No, I don't want to look at you. Don't want to look at you," because she was in a white dress with her hair and makeup done. Like, she literally could have been getting married that day.
That's so funny.
Yeah, she looked amazing. So, but yeah,
cool.
That's a bit of skincare, beauty,
catch up. That's been a long one.
Yeah, it has been a long one. It's going to be a long one to record, to edit. So we're going to go so I can start editing it, and I'm starving.
Yeah, same. I've got to go swimming yet.
Fair play. Good for you. You'll feel better for it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Right then. I think that's it.
It is.
So for now, I'm Philippa.
I'm Hayley.
This was Confetti Conversations, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.